In Salt Lake County, it takes more than a year on average for prosecutors to decide whether police shootings are legally justified. That wait time now 6 times longer than it was even just a decade ago.
Well, Utahns say that's bad for police and the public. So why is it taking so long? And how is this delay affecting public safety? KSL investigator Daniela Rivera reports.
I'm not going to apologize for the professionalism and the thoroughness.
Salt Lake County's top prosecutor is not about to apologize for what he says he's doing right or what some say he's getting wrong. One thing both police and the families involved agree on: after officers use lethal force, DA Sim Gill takes too long to either charge or clear them.
Because you don't know what they're going to do. It's so hard.
Penny Bellegarde's son, Cody, was shot and killed by Salt Lake City police in 2018.
Get on the drill!
She says she was in the dark for the 6 months she waited for Gill's determination of no charges.
And you don't know what's going on because they don't let you know. So you don't know what to do from there. So you don't know whether go get a lawyer, you don't know what to do. He's so fearful. He's just scared.
Golda Barton's son, Lyndon Cameron, was in crisis when she called Salt Lake City police in 2020. Within moments, he was shot and badly wounded. The decision in that case took nearly 3 years.
This was an avoidable shooting.
Had Gill filed charges, Golda says it would have made that wait worthwhile.
And not made us wait and wait and wait and wait for healing that never comes.
This is hanging over those officers' heads for years.
And it's not just families feeling the impact of the lengthy wait. Attorney Jeremy Jones represents many officers at the center of these investigations.
Am I going to be charged? What am I going to be charged with? A lot of these cases, I could be charged with murder.
As these investigations stretch on, he says agencies can no longer afford to keep these officers on leave pending a decision. That puts them back on the job for months or even years before the public and the officers themselves learn whether they could face prison time. These are the people we trust to protect and serve the public. So, Jones says it's important to know if they're using force properly.
If they're not, then we need to know that right away.
The KSL investigators compiled and crunched the numbers. In the last 10 years, Salt Lake County prosecutors have reviewed 132 cases. Decisions in 2013 took about 2 months from the date of the incident to the day of his ruling. The average is now 14 months, some much longer. The timeline started creeping up in 2018 as police shootings spiked, but the wait time continued to expand even after the number of cases dipped down. Now we're seeing wait times sometimes over a year.
Yeah.
We took those concerns and our findings to Salt Lake County District Attorney Sim Gill. He stands by his process.
One thing they can be very sure of is that we're very thorough.
Gill says an average case takes 80 to 100 hours of employee work. But why do those hours translate to years? Of the more than 120 attorneys who work in Gill's office, only one is assigned to work on these cases full-time, assisted by an investigator, and a high-ranking attorney oversees the process.
We didn't get any extra resources for it.
No extra resources, he says, for taking extra care.
Our argument can't be, well, because I had 20 hours of video to look at, I'm sorry I missed that 15 seconds.
He says being thorough means not just relying on his own staff, but getting outside opinions for some cases, even convening a grand jury in a case that took about 4 years. And he says as the clock's ticking, he's aware of the cost.
The cost to the families, the cost to the officers, the cost to the agencies, the cost to the community at large.
I would much rather be thorough than be expedient.
Now, about a dozen cases are currently under review by Gill's office. The oldest is from 2 years ago. And under Utah law, Gill and other county prosecutors have to make a decision within 180 days or tell the public why it is that they need more time. Debbie and Daniel.